Uh,
Okay,
I've never seen that message before.
it says the stream is live.
All right, we are live. You, how are you doing today?
Good, good, good. I'm doing great. How are you?
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. I'm excited. I got a number of people. Yeah, perfectly. I was chatting last night with a number of people who wanted to learn more about being able to communicate more effectively with their animals. I said, tune in today to check this out. And a lot of them want to understand better. And I told them the questions that we were going to be asking. They had basically the same ones. So let's hop into it. If you don't know, and if you're just tuning in
Yeah.
now, Metropolitan loves to interview people who are doing fascinating work in the community. Today we have you. Her name is Yu. She has UUhealing.com. Check it out. She can help you talk to dogs, cats, cheetahs, lions, and anything so that you can have a more effective relationship. I think a lot of these animals take the baggage and luggage, emotional luggage that we bring with them with our energy, and we infuse it into our animals, and sometimes without our even knowing it. So Yu's going to help us identify these things. And thank you, Yu. Thank you so much for doing this with me today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let's just jump right into you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Say in 30 seconds, talk to me about why you do what you do, where you come from, and what exactly is animal communication.
My name's Yu Yu. I'm an animal communicator, healer, and personal power coach. I've been doing this since 15 years. I started my work because I wanted to help animals. I love animals. And then very soon I find out that the animals, humans, they need more help because a lot of so-called animal problems are actually human problems. So I started teaching humans to better connect with themselves and connect with their animals so that both the life of both humans and animals can improve. So what is exactly is animal communication? Animal communication is just a silent language. It's a communication by telepathy between humans and animals. Animals, they when we observe them, you can see that they communicate with each other through body language, sound or scent, and then it's telepathy. Telepathy is something that's in your brain. We are all, every animal knows how to do it. We are all animals, so we know how to do it too, except we don't need to use it in daily life because we use our spoken language. So what we need to do is just to redevelop and reactivate our inborn ability of telepathy.
Wow, that's inborn capability of telepathy. I love this. And
Yeah.
so, can communications with animals help with issues like illness and anxiety, or do anything? How is it related to behavioral problems in pets?
Yes, of course. Animals, when they do what they do, they have a reason. It's not because they just want to be mean or they just want to be naughty. A lot of people say that, but no, they have. It's just like children, humans. When we do something, there is a reason behind it. So if you know how to communicate with them, you can find out what is exactly in their heart, what is bothering them emotionally or mentally, and why they're doing what they're doing. And a lot of illness or emotional issues, anxiety, it's actually related to humans. They are probably mirroring our problems and our feelings.
Wow. Okay. And so I know that although you are really focused on helping animals, and I know that this is your passion, you also have coaching skills for dealing with people so that the people can be more effective in the relationship with animals. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yes, 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 I do. I teach humans and I coach them. Yeah, a lot of humans, what they came to me because they want to connect with their animals, but very soon they realize that they need to do a lot of self work to improve themselves, so that their animals can have a better life.
Well, yeah, because I have a beautiful cat in my house. I was never a cat person until I had this particular cat, and I never really understood people who didn't think that animals have feelings like dogs and cats and dolphins and horses. They, of course, it seems so obvious to me, but it's really funny. Not just that they have feelings, but whenever it's funny when my wife, she stubs her toe really bad or she hurts herself, and she has a tendency to curse in French when she does it. Our cat comes running, and like he gives her like little nips, like to show that he loves her and he's with her. As if she gets upset, she comes running, and the same thing happens to me. It's not like I called him. I just, if I yell or I'm something, the cat immediately knows that I have something going on in my life, and he tries to help. It's pretty cool. And so that was surprising to me. So what are some surprising things that animals have shared with you during sessions that you work?
Well, there are. I always find it fascinating to find out how much the animals know and care about humans, and how actually they can be so spiritual. For example, there was once this owner came to me because her dog has cancer, and she has tried everything available in the market to try to slow down or change the fact. And the dog actually wanted me to tell the dog mom, that don't be so harsh to yourself. Don't try to be a perfectionist. You've done your best. It is not your fault. And I have this. I'm coming to the end of my life, and there's nothing you can do to reverse it. And just be kind to yourself and love yourself. And this is the mission that I come to your life, is to remind you, you need to love yourself as much as me, how much I love myself. And that's very, very touching. And it was very surprising for the owner too, and she was crying during the whole session. This kind of stories usually really, well, I can't say surprises me, but really amazes me.
Okay. And so can you share, what do most people maybe misunderstand about their pets or animal companions that would be helpful?
I find the biggest misunderstanding would be like, a lot of people think animals, all they need is food, treats, play, cuddle. But that is absolutely not true. Animals understand way more than what we give them credit for, and they can be very, very philosophical, very spiritual, and also they definitely understand everything we're saying. They understand what we're thinking, what we're feeling. You cannot hide from animals. That's something that I always try to educate people to understand that.
Wow, that's fascinating. Now, you mentioned the word spiritual, and do you need to be spiritual or to be a psychic in order to connect with animals?
No, as I just said, telepathy is an inborn ability. We all have it. We just need to redevelop it. And when I started to learn animal communication, I didn't know anything about spiritual or anything. I wasn't a natural born psychic or anything like that. I learned it. I came from a corporate background, and many of my students, they're just like, normal people as in their normal daily 9 to 5 job in corporate or banking or insurance, whatever. Everyone can learn it. You don't have to be a psychic. And a lot of people, they started their spiritual journey from learning animal communication with me.
Wow, that's really cool. So I kind of, at the very beginning, we were talking about how you came into doing what you do. So what inspired you to be an animal communicator? And was there something that really triggered it for you that said, this is what I need to do?
Yes, definitely. It was thanks to my first cat. Her name is Dasher. I adopted her, and just 1 week later, I found that she had terminal disease, kidney failure, late stage, no cure. And the vet suggested me to put her down. And of course, I refused. I knew that she came to my life for a reason, and I did everything I could to try to prolong her life. And she lived 9 beautiful months with me. And after she passed away, of course, I was devastated. I felt like part of my life was taken away. And then that's when I started to learn all these spiritual stuff, energy stuff, because I want to find out why she came to my life and why we had such a deep bond. And from then on, I started to learn all these spiritual things and animal communication. And then finally, I understood that Dasher came to my life to wake me up, to bring me to my life path, which is to help people, help animals. That's how I became a professional animal communicator. And thanks to Dasher.
Fantastic. What a legacy that Dasher played in your, I guess, in your life, right? So
Yeah.
If I ask you, what is, like, say, one simple thing that anyone can do to feel more connected to their animal companion?
I think one simple thing is, well, first of all, you gotta believe that you can do that. That is very, very important. That's the step one, is you believe you can do it, and then try to practice finding some quiet moment to be sitting together with your animal and imagine your heart and their heart are connected in whatever way you want to imagine, whether it's a bridge or a light or a line or whatever, and just feel that connection. You don't have to have any expectations or trying to wait for something. Just stay with that feeling, and that is how you start the step one with the connection. And very soon you are going to start to receive messages. It can be a picture or a feeling or a sound. Then it will start to come in.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So you're not only an animal communicator and a healer, you also teach people how to do this themselves. So tell me about
Yes.
how you help others get better, and what, if there's different types of classes or lessons that people give through your business, what is it that you do?
Yes, I do teach. I have 3 levels of my animal communication classes: beginners, advanced level, intermediate and advanced level. And I also offer free master classes. For example, this coming Sunday, I'm offering an online free master class that's 1.5 hours for pure beginners, for you to to teach you the very first steps to start connection and communicate with your own animals. This Sunday, it's going to be at 11 o'clock, which is Spain French time, and it's going to be 10 for London, and you can sign up on Eventbrite.
Okay. Sorry, can you repeat the last part? I think there was a connection issue there for a second.
Okay, so I was saying that this Sunday I'm offering a free master class that's 1.5 hours online at 11 o'clock Paris Madrid time. That's 10 o'clock in the morning for London time. So you can sign up on Eventbrite. It's free.
Okay. And what should I expect to learn from attending one of these classes?
For the beginner class, you're just going to get the foundation, like what is animal communication exactly and how you start to do it. And it's the very, very basic, like the baby step for you can start practicing. I'll teach you some techniques that you can start practicing at home to connect with your animals.
That's fascinating. I have a good friend of mine. Her name is Darshita. She lives, she's from India, and she used to have to walk a long distance in order to get to school. And her family lives in an area of India, which I believe is a very, has a unique thing about it. And that is, it's one of the few places in the world, or if not the only place, where tigers and lions coexist. And
Okay.
every
Yeah.
day she would walk back and forth to school, and
Hmm.
she would walk past a pride of lions. I mean, they weren't the
Wow.
pets or anything, but she says they never attacked her or her family,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
and she has lots of videos, and it's just
Yeah.
shocking. They just leave her alone. I guess
Yeah.
they have a connection with these lions in their farms.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Oh,
it is
okay.
because
So
mm,
sorry, I think I cut you off there. You were saying.
no, I was just saying that wild animals like lions, for example, they don't naturally attack humans. They do that only when they're provoked, or 99% of the case when humans did something wrong.
Okay, well that makes sense. And there's this fascinating video of you um, in I guess I don't know where you are in the wild somewhere where you're calling out to cheetahs, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden
that
they
was in
start showing up from
Africa,
out of nowhere,
Namibia.
and they're just
Yeah.
walking around you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, that was in Namibia. I was working as a volunteer in an animal rescue center. That was I had some fantastic experience there. Yeah.
Okay, and you weren't afraid of at all? I mean, I was afraid for you, and I'm just watching it on TV. I mean,
No,
on
no,
the
no,
screen,
no.
on YouTube.
No, as I said, animals they can bond with humans easily, and of course, we don't suggest you just go to the wild and to approach any random wild lions or anything. But you gotta have some basic knowledge, like in when you see a wild animal, what you should do, what you should not do. Yeah, that's once you have that knowledge, that's enough. Animals won't just naturally attack a human when they see you. Mostly, especially lions, for example, they would want to try to avoid humans because they are actually uh, almost all animals are naturally afraid of humans.
Why is that?
Because they know we can do harm. They're not stupid. They know that we can really seriously harm them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to kind of wrap this up, you're you communicate with animals, you teach people how they can do it themselves, and you also learn to teach people to learn to interpret how they're interacting with you, as well as the baggage that people take when they are, I guess, interacting with their pets and with their animal companions. And
Yeah.
how can we get in touch with you to learn more about UU Healing, or what you do, or just get in contact with you if I want to sign up for a class?
You can simply visit my website, uuhealing.com, and you can get all the information there. You can contact me by follow me on social media. All the information you can find on my website.
Oh, last question. Are your classes in person or online?
Online. So it's worldwide.
And can I ask you, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing animal communication for 15 years.
Okay, so this is not a new thing for you. Excellent. You've been an expert in speaking with animals and understanding each other. And if people are wanting to have a better relationship with their pets, please contact UU. It has been fascinating speaking with you this morning, and I'd love to chat with you again soon. I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to see you on Sunday morning here. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for the community, UU, and we look forward to learning on how to be a better pet owner. Actually, I believe there's a saying: dogs have masters and cats have staff. And I am definitely a slave to my cat.
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
probably
Well, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Stay on with me for just a moment, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And I think it's not quite off yet. Hold on a second. One. It's still going. I'm not sure what's going on here. Anyway, let me call you right back, and I will